We are now officially in my favourite month of the year. I don't know what it is about October. I think maybe it's the weather, the fact that it's a little bit cooler, that you can wear a jumper and a coat and it not be like too cold. My least favourite season of the year is winter. It's just too cold, but October, it's just lovely, isn't it? And you know, the trees are in full autumn mode, the colours are gorgeous. It's just everything I love about October. And I'm also wearing my October sweater. So this is a pattern by Originally Lovely. Let me stand up a little bit, stand and bring this back a little bit. So the pattern is by Originally Lovely. It is a free pattern I found on Pinterest, and I made this quite a few years ago now. My only bugbear with it is that I made the sleeves too short. So I think I might try blocking it again, really hold on to the sleeves and stretch those bad boys out, because I'm not really a fan of really short sleeves. I like them to be quite long. So it's probably why I don't actually wear this too much. But yeah, this is my October sweater, and I'll leave the link in the description below for the pattern. I can't even remember what the yarn is. Like I said, I made this quite a few years ago. And yeah, so yeah, we are in full October autumn mode now. So today what I thought might be quite nice is just to start a new autumn project with you. I've got some yarn that I've had for quite a while. It was an old Aldi special buy, so it is something that I can't get hold of, and I'm hoping I've got enough to kind of make what it is that I'm planning on making. Is this one here. So it is a wool acrylic mix. You can really tell it's got wool in it. It's very fibrous, and it was originally, I bought this colour. I think my plan was to make scarves and hats out of it, but I never did. And then I caked it all up. I've got quite a few little cakes of this knocking about. I need to weigh it so I can get an idea of how much yarn I have got to play with. And then I did start a project with it, again, a really long time ago. This is supposed to be just a shawl, and I just never finished it. It's still on its cord. So I've just got to unwind that as well to repurpose the yarn for this. But my plan is a wardrobe staple brown jumper. I'll pop a little picture of my inspiration. Don't laugh, yes, the inspiration is actually a toddler sweater. This sweater I actually made for my daughter, Daisy, quite a few years ago, obviously when she was a toddler. And I think what I love about it is the fact that there's no ribbing, there's no cuffs. The neck is just rolled, a rolled collar. The sleeves are all rolled and the hem's rolled. And it's just kind of very cool and casual. So that was my my inspiration. And I think I want the fabric to really sort of soft and drapey, so I'm probably going to go up a few needle sizes. For this, I can't even remember what needle I was using. I want to say maybe a 4mm or 5. Genuinely, I can't remember. It was such a long time that I started this. So I will be doing a little swatch. I won't cut the yarn because, like I said, I've only got however much I've got. Yeah, so let's get started. swatch. I'm not going to go too crazy, like spend too much time on swatches. This is probably one of the reasons why I don't swatch. I'm just one of these people, I'm just so impatient. I just want to get on with my project. And like I find swatching to be just like a waste of yarn, because you're not going to be using it a lot of times. You just cut it off and be like, hey, this is my swatch. So yeah, this is kind of like on a 6mm needle. I think if I went up to a 7, it might be too hairy. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that'll be quite nice. I did I cast I think about 20 stitches for my little swatch, just to get an idea. And obviously it's all going to be in stockinette, so we get that little rolled effect on all of the hems. I will go and sort of like work out roughly how many stitches I need. I'm not the best at maths, so my general kind of like thing is that I'll find a jumper that I quite like the overall fit of. So I might kind of base it roughly off of this one, I think, because I like how it feels on my body, like width wise. It's kind of a little bit, yeah, it's got some like positive ease. It's a bit roomy, but without being massive, especially if you're going for a slightly cropped sweater as well. So yeah, I think I'm really happy, and I think it's going to look really nice overall when that is all sorted. Yeah, so I'm going to just pull that off and then probably cast on. I'll let you know kind of how many stitches I end up casting on. So for reference, I am a UK size 8, so it's kind of like about a small, so we'll figure out, we'll measure this, I'll measure this and just get a rough idea. And what I tend to do is I'll cast on and then just keep measuring against like my jumper kind of thing, to get an idea of like how wide it needs to be. It tends to work out most of the time. Like I said, I'm not one of those people. I'm awful at maths. I don't have a number brain at all. I just kind of eyeball things, and it tends to work out all right. So cross fingers, it will do that this time. So this is my October sweater sort of laid out on the floor. As you can see, like kind of measuring this little tiny swatch. So this is 20 stitches. So it's approximately like 11 centimeters, like width wise. And then this whole like sweater fit wise is about 46. So I'm sure there's like another way to do this. And like I said, my brain is not good with maths. So you can come at me with all your mathematical equations. I'm just a visual girly, and this is the way that I'm gonna do it. So we've got 20 stitches on here, and then I'm gonna shimmy that along to that. So then that will make 40 stitches. What was that? Should pay attention to what you're doing there, Jen. So 21. Shift along again. So that's 20, 60, 32, 60. Whoop. So that is what? 80 stitches. Where are we? 43, 80. Whoop. It's all attached still. It's 43. Ugh, shimmy along with it. 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. So about 88 stitches. So I might just add one on for luck and make it 89. So this is when kind of like my method of working out doesn't really work out, okay? So as you can see, I've cast on 88 stitches and then I have done one row, and it looks way too big. So I kind of counted back, so I've stretched it out, counted it back, and it's telling me that I should basically go to 60 stitches. So I'm gonna pull this off, recast on at about, maybe I'll do like 62 just to be on the safe side, and then we'll try again. now a whole week later. It's been a week since I started this new project with you, and I'm making pretty decent progress. So I have almost completed the whole back panel, so I've decided this is going to be the back, mainly because when I joined a new ball of yarn, I didn't do it very well this time around. Normally I'm quite good. I'll either do like an invisible like knot, tie these two bits together and then just carry on knitting, or kind of like knit with two threads together, and it kind of works out. But this time I don't know what I did. There's like a slight, I don't know if you can see it very well, there's a slight like hole. So once I have finished it and I sew this up, it will kind of look fine. I don't want to do it too tightly just in case I didn't have enough yarn, but I'm quite confident actually that I'm going to have enough. So this is like two balls of the yarn, and I've got about that much left, which I think I might be able to get quite close to finishing that whole back panel with. And yeah, I'm really happy. Like the fabric is feeling really soft, so I'm quite confident that this is going to be one of those jumpers that I will reach for quite a lot throughout the autumn and winter months. And then when it comes to doing the front panel, I'm thinking that I might do like a slight little bit of shaping just around the neck, so that when the roll neck kind of hits, it hits quite nice, sits nicely like around the shoulders. Sleeve wise, again, I'm not too sure whether, because I hate tight sleeves, I know I've mentioned this before, so I might just sort of like a slightly baggier sleeve, and then so there's not going to be a cuff, it will roll up at the end. And I think throughout the next like future vlogs, I might just kind of like show you progress with this. I think next one I might do is like a little kind of catch-up video with some progress on other projects that I've been doing. With my hexagon cardigan, I'm getting quite close to finishing that. I'm adding link to one of the sleeves, so hopefully when I next show that to you, it might even be finished. I still have to do the scalloped front and the scallops on the sleeve. I have started a black granny square jumper, and I have seen, oh my goodness, I saw on Pinterest this gorgeous kind of like, I suppose almost like duster length black and brown granny square cardigan, and I'm literally obsessed. So that might be on the cards soon. I think I've got a brown that would match really nicely with it, but then I would definitely have to go and buy more yarn. Just a length cardigan, so it would be quite long, quite process, lots of granny squares. So I'll have to show that maybe in the next video. Yeah, okay, I'm getting off topic. What was I saying? So yeah, close to finishing this. Hopefully I'll get that done maybe in the next couple of weeks possibly, because this is kind of like just flying. I think having a slightly thicker needle, so this is a 6mm needle, which is a US 10, and Aran weight yarn is just kind of knitting up nice and quickly. And I have been focusing mostly on this. I thought I'd kind of focus on this throughout this whole video. Yeah, okay, before I start rambling about other stuff, I think I might just end this video here. I've tried to film this clip so many times and my brain really isn't working today. I think I'm just feeling all over the place mentally. Yeah, so there we go. I'm just going to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hang around and sort of maybe see more videos in the future, please hit subscribe. That will really help out my channel. Yeah, and then maybe just leave like a little comment below, just saying hi. And yeah, I will catch up with you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.